Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I'm Andy Signor, and Die Hard is back. Apparently, that was the rumor on Sunday, where rumor Willis, Bruce Willis's daughter, went on Twitter with the hashtag Die Hard is back, followed by a 15-second teaser of her dad. As one story ends, a new one begins. Seemingly walking around like John McClane, facing a bunch of seemingly bad guys as he takes off his jacket. 10/18/20, hashtag Die Hard is back. And look, it made the internet go confused, because I was too. I was like, did they shoot another Die Hard movie without us knowing? It's especially strange given that Disney now owns Die Hard. 20th Century Fox is what released Die Hard, and now they are owned by Disney. So it does seem like Disney isn't going to release a Die Hard movie anytime soon, which might be a good thing, let's be honest. The last couple sucked. And the last one they were rumored to make was going to be Year One, where they were going to go back to see John McClane younger, which makes no sense, seeing some big budget action movie where he's an everyday cop. So look, I love Die Hard. I love Die Hard. I love Die Hard with a vengeance. I enjoy Die Hard 2. That's it. That's it. And if you're going to do it, you got to do it with a lot of gore and blood, and just, it's got to be crazy and fun if you're really going to do one more hurrah. Good Habits Die Hard, or Old Habits Die Hard was one they were sort of talking about, of like him finally old. But nobody, the fourth and the fifth were nowhere near the level that it needed to be, and they kept trying to like make it PG-13, which just doesn't work for a Die Hard movie. The best Die Hards are always more explicit, bloody, cursing. That's who John McClane is. If you don't want to go there, don't make a movie. So when I saw this, I immediately thought, look, this is crazy. How are they going to make this movie? This can't be a movie. This has got to be a gimmick for something else. I thought maybe it was a voting commercial, something. Anyway, sure enough, it wasn't a movie, of course. No, it was for Die Hard batteries. That's right. Die Hard car batteries and Advance Auto Parts is who made this commercial. Now, look, I mean, good for Bruce Willis to get paid. Trying to be positive here. Good for him to get paid. And cooler even than that, spoiler alert, if you want to go watch the short, go watch the short first. It's over here. It's called Die Hard is Back, 2-minute film. You can find it on the Advanced Auto Parts YouTube channel. We'll talk about this view count in a second, but go there if you want to enjoy it as a Die Hard fan, and maybe enjoy it before I start spoiling it and ranting. The other positive I will give this short is that they brought back Argyle and Theo. That was nice to see. It was seemingly clear the movies were never going to do it, because how could you really do that realistically? You just couldn't, since they didn't do it yet already. And so it was nice to see them both back and given a chance to do something fun with Bruce Willis. And the short looked good, like it was high budget. Advanced Auto Parts here spent a fortune on this thing. I'm going to play a little bit of play-by-play, but more, just check the film if you want to see it in its entirety. But Bruce Willis made a comment here that was interesting, because it's clearly not written by Bruce Willis. It's clearly written by the Advanced Auto Parts team. You'll see in a second why it's clearly just some brand executive put together a statement that Bruce Willis said, sure, that's fine, you can say that. But anyway, here's the quote, the statement from Bruce Willis. I've never done any sort of commercial with the John McClane character, but Advanced Auto Parts brought an idea to integrate Die Hard the battery into the Die Hard story through a short film that's authentic to McClane and both brands. Advanced approach this like a motion picture. The script is clever. I just lost it. The script is clever, the production intense, and the spot is entertaining. This is what Die Hard fans expect. I think they will dig the Die Hard mashups. Look, I was clamoring as a Die Hard fan for them to finally team up with Die Hard car batteries. I mean, thank goodness that mashup finally happened. So yes, Bruce, as a Die Hard fan, this is exactly what I've been waiting for. He also added that I have a lot of fun playing John McClane, and I really enjoyed how Advanced Auto Parts brought in DeVoe and Clarence from the original film. How many times are they going to How many times are they going to say Advanced Auto Parts? That's always a sign you know it's written by an Advanced Auto Parts rep and not Bruce Willis. But here is Jason of Advanced Auto Parts, the executive vice president, saying that combining the franchise and the brand was irresistible. Our approach to this project was go beyond products and price points. and focus on finding a powerful message and platform to differentiate the brand, he said. Watch the commercial below. So here's the commercial again. You can watch it here. It's just very unnecessary. Like, oddly, I'm not as offended as I was with A Good Day to Die Hard, which was terrible. And Live Free or Die Hard, also pretty silly and terrible. I guess not as bad as A Good Day to Die Hard, but they're both pretty bad. Die Hard 3 is amazing as a sequel. It's the best. And Die Hard 2 is fun in that silly sort of way that you sort of expect now for a John McClane movie. And the original, I think still, I will argue, the original Die Hard is a perfect film, a perfect script. Some people aren't, I think younger generations don't connect because it's just a little slower paced than traditional. But as action films go, you don't write a tighter script than that. And Hans Gruber, Alan Rickman is one of the, I think, best action villains in that genre and will be. He's so fantastic. But, you know, look, I'd rather him get paid doing a commercial, I guess, than another Die Hard movie, especially a bad one that's not going to embrace what Die Hard movies are supposed to be. And so from that standpoint, sorry, I need water, but I don't have one. From that standpoint, the film is what it is. There's some weird like ADR. It sounds like, check it out. It feels like Bruce Willis didn't say anything on set.
The quiet life, John. Dead batteries.
It's like they some sound-alike ADR'd it, but wasn't sure if he wanted to do more Christopher Walken or Bruce Willis.
The quiet life, John.
It's beyond the weird ADR that clearly they had to like chop it up to fit the 2-minute commercial mark because they probably shot a lot more. I don't know why, when they could have made a 3-minute film on YouTube. Who cares? Just put it what it was. But it's cut to death. But the film shows him walking around, and then Theo shows up, which I noticed immediately. And I thought, is that Theo? Yeah. And then it was. And then some bad guys try to stop him, and he gets smashed through a Die Hard battery AutoZone or whatever the hell it's called. I bet you it's not AutoZone. It's probably that's why it's a bad commercial. I still don't know. Advanced Auto Parts? No, AutoZone? Are they not the same thing? Anyway, you can get a Die Hard battery only at this place, apparently. And he shows up asking, is there another way out? While he grabs his car battery conveniently, which is where he was going in the first place. And she says the only way out is through there. Ha ha! Of course. Of course. So then we get this amazing shot of John McClane holding a Die Hard car battery through an air duct. Just what I wanted as a Die Hard fan. You know, it's exactly these are the two brands I've been waiting to see collab. Not like, you know, Bruce Willis with, you know, I don't know, John Connor or, you know, Ripley or Rambo. No, I wanted to see John McClane with a car battery, the Die Hard car battery, because that's so cool. That's what I've been waiting for as an action fan. Anyway, the film, I will say, as commercials go, it's a obvious Super Bowl ad where they're like, yeah, let's bring all the people back. This is becoming a very common like Super Bowl trait. Let's find an old movie. Let's bring all the cast back. They're never going to do a movie, but we'll pay them millions of dollars and they'll show up. And look, I love that Argyle and Theo got some work here. Good for them. It looked good. They clearly spent money on this. They clearly paid him a lot. But overall, did we need this? No, we didn't need this. And that's really my final closing thought here is just like, why? And why did you spend so much money? I mean, you must have spent a fortune on this. Beyond just the budget of making this. That's probably why they couldn't do it for Super Bowl, because that would have cost even more than they probably could afford to buy the time for the ad. Bruce Willis must have made millions on this. Why would he have done this? He doesn't just do this because they're fun. He doesn't put out statements like that. He does this to get paid. And man, he must have gotten paid. I mean, good for him. Everybody's got to get paid, right? But here's what's so troubling about this one. Now, we'll check back tomorrow, I guess, next day. But 60,000 views, that's it? 1,000 likes? I mean, I have videos that do better, and I don't spend any money on my videos. This is not good. I hope you save some money for some Google pre-rolls and stuff, because you need to get the word out there. I mean, you're welcome. I'm helping you here. But man, this needs to go way, way up. For a movie like this, for an IP like this, the amount of money they spent, It's not trending enough. It's not getting shared enough. The views aren't high enough. I think it's the problem with a lot of brands. They have this viral idea, and then they just expect it to perform. It's the biggest problem a lot of brands have. Call me next time. I will help you do better, because there's a lot more you got to prep for than just releasing the video. Video is a good start, but they could have released and planned this a lot better than they did, than paying Rumor to tweet it out. So Lonely Island is the only one who really got this out there, because they're just trying to get Bruce Willis on the show. And so they literally just hawked this commercial out for them to try and, every time Bruce Willis is doing anything, they try and get him on. Come on, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's 8, I don't watch it, but that show that Andy Samberg's on. Anyway, that's the story on Die Hard. Am I offended by this? I guess not as much as I thought I would be. More just annoyed. I think this is not going to be a non-starter and not really exist. The fact that they're trying to get a statement from Bruce Willis saying this connects into the franchise. Come on, that's silly. This is just a silly one-off commercial that they made. Everybody got paid. Auto Parts got a cool commercial that they'll have and look at for a long time that'll play on loop in their stores, and good for them. That's probably all they're going to mount from this. Will they sell a lot more car batteries? We'll see. I mean, Die Hard now, you'll think Die Hard, but I would have done that. Anyway, what was the point? What was the point? What do you think the point was? Does this offend you? Did you like it? Please place a comment down below to keep the algorithm going. Smash that like button, as well as subscribe right here to the channel to help this Popcorn Planet channel flourish. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for more content here, and have a great day.